You see, words in a lot of ways stifle us. Words and sentences, it stifles us. I remember when I first, I think it was the third class, and I said, well, gee, see, I was thinking, but I couldn't learn the lines, and I said, well, gee, if they said, no, you can build it the way you want to build it. I said, you mean I can think? Because I've always felt that people don't think. People don't really think. You know, I said, well, if I can build it the way I want to build it, if I can make the reality the way I want to make it, I can make this alive. To me, that meant thinking. To me, there was a part of creation. Like the concept of creation, to me, liberates you. The concept of creation. Because when you create, you can say, okay, I can make it this way it's never been. See, the concept of following something, a lot of times, is a limitation. But creation is limitless. Creation, because it represents you creating, making it what you want to make it. You as an actor are not playing lines. What you're playing is rooted in a time. You say, I'm playing this woman that she was abandoned by her mother and father and brother and sister when she was 5 years old. In the play, the authoress doesn't say anything about any of that. It's never dealt with. But that's what happened. And so you're playing a situation. And the way she eats could reveal her abandonment. The way she would dress, the way she would walk, look at you, everything she does. As a matter of fact, if none of that was dealt with, she'd be more at liberty to do that. Development means what it means. It means development of all things, because you're looking through the prism of this developed imagination. You're not just saying, I'm only looking at it in relationship to this play, this. Everything becomes that, because that's what your life is about development. You see, and so you're not getting the adulation from the crowd, but you're getting the adulation from the universe. You understand? Yes. It's because everything you touch is alive for you. Everything you touch is alive. It relates back to you. So your audience is almost like Shakespeare, when Shakespeare said, the world is a stage and we're players within this world. He was talking about the fact as you walk through the world, and if you're alive, and your instrument is alive, as you walk through it, nature will play upon you. And we're actors. The world is a stage and we're actors. Because the world becomes alive for us. It plays upon our souls, our imaginations. And then we have different reactions to what plays upon us and what plays upon us. And we're alive. If someone comes over and they say, I've had this problem. Your imagination and your ideas can envision hope. Because when you're creating, very seldom do you feel hopeless. That's why it is good to get in touch, or what I say, get into the vein of a moment. Imagination open, your intuitiveness open, your feelings are opening, because then you're a true gunslinger, meaning you can challenge this, because you're a gunslinger. You can go up against the enemy, which is all these words and ideas and stuff that look like beasts that's looking to attack you. Because if you don't do that, then this here is a world that will devour you, will destroy you. because you don't see any possibility of how to bring it alive. And that's what I meant when I said the first thing has to be before you get any material is that you have to open up yourself so that you can feel you can respond to the stimuli, to the words, the ideas, which is this. And that then liberates you. Then you say, I'm liberated because, so when you're creating, and you're not just doing this within these ideas, these books, you're not just doing it, you're doing it with everything. Someone tells you something and you can see it creatively because you can see the issue, you can see it. See, most of the time when you can't, the factual intellect only allows you to intellectually understand the facts of a situation. It doesn't usually allow you to understand the emotional, psychological, metaphysical, eternal conclusions of a moment. It doesn't allow you to see it. And each step of that gives you inspiration, gives you understanding. So you can see it. You don't know where to look. That's why it's important to, when you ask the question, but creation comes from not knowing. Say, I don't know it. Always say you don't know it. That'll lead you to knowing it because you'll ask the question. If you say, I know it, you can't be in a process. So the journey of creation is way beyond going and being on stage. It's living a life of creation. It's living a life of bringing forth inspiration, insight, intuitiveness, and a multiplicity of choices at any given moment. That's what creation is.